because Ilebaye was a lot yesterday night. Like Ilebaye was she was a lot. She was so much. She did so much, and she actually attacked a lot of persons. And yesterday was just a chaotic night. From Ilebaye, we had Venita, we had Neo shouting like I don't know. We also had the drama. We had the Soma drama. You understand? We had Messi in the mix. We had Ike and Angel go head to head. Especially yesterday night was a very chaotic night. And we know when we said All Star, I was expecting to have such a house that would be full of tension. And it's so crazy that the under or the ones which are perceived to be like nobody or which are perceived to be like the people who they seem to be like the least competition now. They are now the one giving the show. They are the one now making the big personalities in the house to freak out. Yes, and Ilebaye is that person that is doing that. And it's actually very interesting that for me, I never predicted this. I felt like a lot of drama or the drama on this show will surround the big personalities, and we knew their story or we know their story from previous seasons, and I feel like they are coming to actually give us that and more. They are doing that, but Ilebaye, and if every other person on this show is actually walking, Ilebaye is running. And yesterday night was a chaotic one. Welcome back to this YouTube channel, and I am Loba, and this is the J Suits Loba. And today I'll be giving you everything that happened on like after the Saturday night party. And you know what? I actually saw a comment saying someone was like, "Where we blogger start from?" Asked me where I will start from. This drama is a lot, but I'll start from somewhere. So the very first drama was between Angel and Ike. So Ike was having a chat with Ilebaye in the dressing room, and he went on to say, "Oh, Ilebaye's backside is the real deal, unlike the fake one, which what's her name? Angel got to hear, and Angel snapped up and like, no, you can't just stay here and be body shaming in Messi." And Angel went on and on and on. I was like, oh yeah, that. So I feel like wow. So for me, for that like altercation and everything, for me, I feel like it's more of Angel. You know one thing about Angel and a lot of the likes of Angel is fast to actually call things like, oh, it's you're cyber bullying me, you're slut shaming, you're body shaming. But she never knew she was broke shaming the guys in the house. Let us go that line or go that lane. I don't even know. So after the altercation and everything, they were having conversation, and Angel went on and on that, oh, the guys in the house, none of them are what are, they can't pay our bills, she can never want to start a business now, and probably any of them can't help her start a business, and all of that, like they are broke and the rest. That's broke shaming, for crying out loud. And he went on, and I'm not really supporting whatsoever Ike have done. But you trying to say someone is doing something wrong and you also doing something wrong, it's not making sense. At least try to make us see that, okay, you're a better person. You cannot be saying someone is body shaming someone and you come across as not even coming across, and you are also going through another line, or you're also doing something similar to that by shaming the guys in the house. So that's my own observation about that fight. And the thing actually escalated, so Messi got to find out, and actually like father, Messi did not go on to confront him about it because she felt like if she should do that, she is just giving him clout. That's like she's just making him relevant in the house, and she was so mad about it, and she went on and on because they had to go to the toilet to have that conversation, and she went on and like, oh, if she wants to actually blast him, she's going to do a lot. And it's so crazy that earlier Saturday, these two people were actually talking, they were gisting, and she was like, oh, he doesn't wipe his ass, he will always use the toilet without flushing, and that was why she sent him out of her house. And she said coming to the show was she decided to just be a bigger person, to be in the house and probably let go all of that and just try to start from a new place, like starts afresh. But it does not seem like it's going to be like that. And she was like, upon coming, her management had actually made her feel like she should let it go. She should just make it. She should not be. It should not be an issue, because I feel like if she should still be having that all around, it will seem as though she's still bitter about the breakup and all of that. So that was one thing. So that's that for that. Now the Soma issue. So the next issue is that of Soma. Soma seems to be someone who wants to play the ladies in the house. He had come across as someone who will be going around, wants to play the ladies. He wants to have a good number of ladies in his good book. I don't know. We all know how they play this game, because I feel like Angel had done this prior to the guys. Kosi from the Big Brother Titans did similar something. I feel like Ilebaye is still doing the same. So for what's his name? For Soma. So Soma had been with Angel all along. And for me, I felt like the Soma and Angel will actually build a ship or something. And only for Soma to be going around and saying things to Mercy. And now Mercy actually went on to bring like, okay, this guy is coming across to me and telling me, okay, like fair ladies, like ladies with tattoos and all of this. Moreover, you guys are always around and the rest. So and there was the issue where they actually brought out like Soma was making it seem to people that Doyi and Angel are pushing for a ship with him, and which was like a lie, because yesterday it was exposed, and because of the way more drama or more chaotic things happening in the house, so Soma was not really well dealt with. So that story was just like there, but every one of them were like, no, they're not going to push for it, they're going to just let him be. And there is also this conspiracy about voting him out of the game, because Angel was actually saying, oh, if this is what his plan is, or if this is what he wants to do, that once she gets to the diary room, she's going to vote him out, she's going to nominate him. And she having this conversation with the housemate, though he was there and some other people, it's just manipulating them or putting his name in their mind. Like, you want to do this, I think, but for the fact that they had the liberty to do that, so I feel like she's playing mind game, because that situation where you're making these people understand like, oh, this person is not good enough for this game, this person is trying to outsmart us, and she's not really putting out there like, let us do this collectively, but she's saying this is what I want to do. She can indirectly influence what other people will be doing in the nomination room. So that is that for Soma's story. So we don't know how Soma can actually come and clarify his name, but it seems as though this is what he wants to do, and it's so crazy that this happened. So let us go to the new drama. So Ilebaye is a lot. Let us say this. Ilebaye is a lot, and for me, I feel like Ilebaye will go far on this show for the fact that she's giving us a show. And a lot of Nigerians actually like the toxic content, the person who is pressing their neck, who is suffocating them. Yeah, Nigerians love content like that. And aside that, Ilebaye is putting it out to us in a way that it seems as though she is the victim here. So far, I would say Ilebaye had been the victim, like she had been probably like bullied. The Tolanibaj and Ilebaye situation, I see Ilebaye, what she did yesterday and how she handled everything, it seems as though she is the one bullying them. I'm not, yes, because it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense how she will go on and doing all of that. And I'm so sure if they were not in that space, they cannot really let her go scot-free with all of this attitude. But I actually like the fact that she is making them because to the extent these people feel like, yes, this show is all about us, the likes of Mercy and Venita. But coming to the house and seeing Ilebaye doing all of this, she's giving them a run for their money, and that is true. And also I saw this conversation about Alex, how she feels like everybody's here for the money and the money alone. And that was true, because while Ilebaye was doing all her drama, she was like, hey, she's going to win the money, blah blah blah. And all of them, in as much as they want to set to fight and the rest, they all came calm, like, ooh. And having to know how the show seemed to be and how the likes of Sisi were able to go far, the like of Thatcher was able to go far with this kind of attitude of being in drama and all of that. They became like, oh my god, seem as though this girl is already playing the winning script, and they felt like, wow. So I felt that's one thing. So what was the issue with Ilebaye? So when I started watching, actually said it's the drama between Uriel and Neo was like the issue because they had a kiss, which Ilebaye saw. And Ilebaye was just, I don't even know. And they also went for a commercial. Upon coming back for the commercial, we saw Ilebaye ranting, she was shouting, she was like, so they had different sides to the story. For Ilebaye, she claims Neo had always been in her Snapchat, asking her out, telling her how much he loves her and the rest. Then for Neo actually claims Ilebaye had been the one pursuing him, and there was a time where they met at a restaurant, or was it a club? Somewhere she said they met, and she took him, or probably they went to the male restroom, they kissed, and she was doing all of that, and he was just being calm with it that he could have tagged that harassment and the rest. So they were just this back and forth, like they had different sides to the story. For me, I can't say who is lying and I can't say who is saying the truth. But the thing is, Levi is of the view that she actually realized that Neo is just playing her. Neo just wants to, play the game. And since she realized that that was what he wants to do along the line, so she was like, she is going to play the game with him because like she's very good at this. If it's playing, let us play the game. So she said that was one thing she started doing, and she was like coming and she was going to cross. She was always like mentioning cross and the rest, and that was one thing. So that drama actually happened. And so while they were having this issue, while Ilebaye was shouting and ranting, Venita went to him and was like, you can't keep talking about my cousin, that's my brother, you can't shout about it. Like, that's so low. And let me say something about Angel. I feel like Angel's loyalty to Mercy is based on what she will get from Mercy. Because at the point she was having this conversation and she was like, oh, she was doing that for mercenaries. That's like she's watching out for Mercy because of her fans. So probably like they can always save her if probably Mercy is not up for eviction and she's up. So it's more of an alliance something. Yes, so that's one thing I just want to point out. So Venita went on to Ilebaye and was like, oh, Ilebaye cannot keep saying trash about her cousin, and all of that. So it was how Ilebaye actually changed it for what was her name, for Venita, and she was like, Venita should leave the room and all of that. Called her some names. Yes, I think she called out some kind of names. She even called her fool at a point. And for me, I feel like Venita does a lot sometimes, because I feel your cousin and someone is having back and forth. You should not go across to that person telling him, oh, that's my cousin, you should not talk to him anyhow. Every other person don't have a family or a relative, and it's not making sense. If she had wanted to be in that, I feel like the approach she should have used was, because it's actually just saying because Neo is our cousin, anybody do not have the right to actually speak up or to voice whatsoever pain she have, because Neo is her cousin. Ilebaye have to be quiet, but Neo can speak. That does not really make sense, and I like the fact that Ilebaye dealt with it so good. And I don't feel like Venita should be in biggest trouble for what she did last time, because that was kind of provocation, or I don't even know what word is it, because it was like, just leave this girl alone. This girl's like, leave my room, get out of my room, but she was like, no, she wants to be before her. And it was just like a back and forth. So Ilebaye was like, no, upon Ilebaye getting to Venita coming to like, oh, that's my cousin, you can't say trash about him. Venita Ilebaye was angry, and she was like, oh, you're here to tell me he's your cousin and the rest. And Ilebaye was like, she should get out of the room and the rest. And Venita saw that very insulting, and she was like, no, she will never leave. For me, I feel like Venita was too impulsive. She should have left and just let it be. Or if she had wanted to come in between them, or like if she had wanted to settle that issue, she should have just go meet Ilebaye. Oh, try to be calm, I'm sorry, or just try to calm the person. Not like coming across to tell the person. It's like you trying to silence them with giving authority, which is not making sense. And I like the fact that Ilebaye was like, yes, this is it. So at this point, I feel like yes, it was necessary. Ilebaye was like that, and it is what it is. I actually like that she did that, and that was one interesting thing. And it got what's her name, Venita so pained that she went to the toilet to cry. That was one funny thing. Then when Venita Ilebaye was actually ranting and was fighting everybody, she was like, oh, she can be a sissy. I was like, oh, sissy is the standard for. It was like a very chaotic night, a lot of drama, and the fight was, I don't know, it was never ending. So for me, it was a very chaotic night, full of fun and mess. So there was this part where Princess actually had this conversation with Neil and T-Badge and if they are dating. And for me, I feel like there's something between T-Badge and Neil low-key. And I felt like the information about the kissing that happened between Neil and Ilebaye was one thing that really triggered T-Badge. That night she removed the duvet from Ilebaye's body, and that shaming topic happened. I felt that was one of the things that triggered her. So I feel like Tolanibaj actually likes Neil. I feel like, I don't know if Neil does like her. I feel like two of them probably had something going on low key, but they are not like vocal about it. Probably maybe we already predicted that before, so they are not proud of whatsoever they are doing and they cannot bring that to the show. And it's so crazy that Tolanibaj gets pained to see other ladies around Neo. So this is all I'll be discussing for last night, the Saturday night after party drama. See you guys next time.